I'm going to attempt something I've never done before. I've actually already uploaded my video for the week, and even as I was doing it, I was just like, oh, I don't really have anything prepared. This feels, well, boring for anybody who dared even take the time to listen to it. So then I came back. That was recorded very early this morning. My brain wasn't quite awake. I was anxious to get back to working on my other bigger piece of diamond art, which is Sakura Festival by Yume Art. I'm very close to finishing it. I have 2 rows left, but it's a holiday weekend, and so it is my focus. And then I really need to get back to working on my other piece that I'm doing for Summer with the Masters. So all of that just to say, this morning's video, while I finished the piece I was working on, my cute little lollipop from PaintGem that you can see here, I was just kind of disappointed with what I was doing. So I'm going to attempt a voiceover. In fact, this is me shutting the door. I'm in the room with my daughter's dog. She is cat sitting. And so if you hear some whimpering in the background, that's her. She just misses her a whole lot. So why am I doing a voiceover? Well, as I got back to working on my original canvas, I just turned on YouTube and randomly was watching a video by Hannah Alonso. You might recall we talked about this with the beads, getting this scoop of beads, and just kind of being shocked at what is happening on TikTok. And so she was talking about these dumplings that are at Five Below and how people are losing their mind trying to get their hands on these, and of course filming them on TikTok and all that, and trying to get a glitter one. And I think my jaw just dropped as I was watching this and thinking, what is happening? What is going on with people? Now, I am not new to the rush of people wanting to get their hands on things and scarcity and rarity and all that jazz. FOMO marketing. I, of course, grew up during the Cabbage Patch dolls and Beanie Babies, and pretty much anything somebody decides is a trend and is going to have value is the new latest and greatest thing. What I really liked about what Hannah said was these things only have value if we attach value to it. For example, I probably have 8 Stanleys, and I love them all. I only use 2. I had to stop and think. I only use 2 of them. I have one at work that is my tall pink one. And then the one I actually use the most is a commuter water bottle. And I love it because it's in my purse. And it doesn't have a straw. So I don't have to worry about it tipping over. And it's rose gold. I love it. It looks kind of coppery. In fact, I had somebody stop me and ask me, I don't even know where I was, but they asked if it was copper. And I was like, no, it's just really pretty rose gold. So, okay, anyway, back to Stanley. I went to Target 2 days ago because I had to restock my nerds, and they have out the 4th of July stuff. And as part of that, there were different, and I'm going to guess, exclusive to Target, these pretty Stanleys. One, I think, is a tumbler. It looks like it has a straw coming out. I don't know if it's for you to put, it has koozie vibes for you to put your soda can in and then the straw goes in. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't spend a lot of time investigating. And then just the regular. But these are patriotic themed, really cute designs. And yet there were plenty on the shelf, which had me stop and chuckle about the lines, having to get there early, having to try to fight for a Stanley, all the sorts of things. And I'm looking at my commuter Stanley right now, and as I was watching that, the YouTube video on these dumplings, and really kind of processing the waste, the consumption, the overproduction of all of these things, and especially with these dumplings, these are cheap. I mean, they're stress balls, fidget toys, and people can buy, there's the regular one for $5, and then there's the mini that's $1, and then the larger one that I think was $10 or $20. And they've been there for years. And somebody must have just decided that they were going to say it was the big hot thing, and you got to get your hands on it. And of course, you got to get the rare one, which is the glitter one, and all those sorts of marketing tactics. But it's just this, it's like those, I don't know if anybody remembers, the wall walkers that you'd throw them. I think there were the hands too. You would throw them against the wall and they'd walk down the wall. But it's got that silicone texture that picks up every piece of hair and dust and crumbs and everything. And then it's disgusting. And you just throw it away. Five Below is similar to a dollar store, but obviously more expensive. It's got candy. We actually go there for our family Christmas shopping. It was our tradition for us to go to the dollar store, especially when we were a very young family. So the kids could buy things for each other, and you would just spend $1. And some years we had crazy themes that individuals would come up with. I think one year it was, my husband got the kids, there were drug tests and pregnancy tests and all sorts of things that you could get at the dollar store for $1. So he bought a pack of them and handed them out to everybody. And it was just like, what in the world? So that's what I think of with these dumplings. And there are people who are getting to the stores hours early because it's a restock day, and they're filming the lines. And I had something that I related it to, and that is, I've mentioned I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, otherwise known as the Mormons or LDS. And there was an update to the sacred garments that we wear. And to try to get your hands on those is crazy. Especially if you are a working woman. They don't have them online. So you have to hope and pray that the store has recently stocked and they have them in your size. I mean, they have them on the shelves now if you're a double XS or a 4X. But they just do not have them on hand. And the lines, it's just crazy. And so that was what I related it to, because I was like, oh, I'm not going to worry about it. Although I did find a solution that worked for me. And so then there was a video, we've switched back to the dumplings. There was a video of a woman who took two girls to pick them up. One was her daughter, one was her roommate's daughter, and the roommate's daughter opened hers up, and this was one of the giant ones, so I think they were $20. Opened hers up, and it was a glitter one. And this woman's daughter was struggling to open hers, and the roommate's daughter in the back is genuinely excited. She got the glitter one, and she's saying to this other cute, darling girl, "Oh, I hope you get a glitter one too." And she doesn't. She just gets one of the red ones. And the woman says, well, the agreement was if you get a glitter one, I paid for it, so it's mine, and you can have the other one. And you're just looking at this cute girl who wanted her friend to also get a glitter one, as she's like, oh, okay, because the agreement was, this woman reinforces the agreement was, if you get a glitter one, it's mine, because I paid for it. Which, fine, I guess that could have been the agreement, but it just makes you want to throw up. I think it was last year, there was the woman at the baseball game. She was a Phillies fan, so this does not surprise me. No shade, because I am from Philadelphia, so I get it. A home run or foul ball or something had come her way, and she dropped it or something, and a kid grabbed it, and she went over to the kid and grabbed the ball from him, and was like, well, that's mine. And the uproar from everybody that she would take this ball away from the kid. And, everybody has their reasons. Okay, maybe she's waited her whole life. But the understood rule is, kids, you give it to the kid. Kids get it. If a child gets the glitter dumpling and you are the adult, the child gets to keep the glitter dumpling. Sure, it's a little awkward when one gets one and the other doesn't, and that's hard. But that is where we learn life lessons. I had my kids, my two youngest kids went to this preschool by Miss Kathy. We love Miss Kathy. And she was the queen at teaching. You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit. And that is a life motto. Sorry, I think you can hear the dog snoring in the background. The motto is, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. My brother would teach his kids about the F word. And it is still 4 letters and it begins with an F. But that word is fair. Life is not fair. And we have to learn to live with disappointment. And that's as much part of developing who we are and our social skills, our human nature and skills. That's important to learn. What I'm afraid we are teaching is everything, the fear of missing out. And humanity and kindness has gone out the window, because I want it. I want the thing. I want that toy that probably has 30 cents in materials. I have no idea. I have never been in the field. I am coming up with okay, if that was $5, there's a profit margin, blah, blah, blah. So we'll say 50 cents worth of materials. And you're buying hundreds of these items for what? I mean, what are you going to do with it? The trash, the waste there. I think of that, again, that sticky hand, the walking guy down the wall. Like, it's fun Christmas morning, and then it's disgusting, and we throw them away. And the next TikTok fad comes out, which is terrifying to me. Anyway, it's really made me think about our society and TikTok and social media as a whole. I'm watching another episode that Hannah Alonso is doing. This is on influencers. And I've seen it a couple times. I wasn't familiar with this. This is twins who took advantage of a restaurant and a makeup artist for clicks, views, and to get things free. They probably have made lots and lots of money being influencers. I don't know that I can tell you right now, I have no idea who they are. But honestly, they just wanted to take their friends out to dinner, but they didn't want to pay for it. So they reach out to a lesser known restaurant, come up with the deal. They don't actually sign a legal contract, but there's an understanding. And they just get the food and don't pay for it, and then they don't actually post what they said they were going to post. It doesn't surprise me at all, because I don't know that people have integrity anymore. Well, now I have to add voiceover number 2, and I'm going to have to try to do math. So this is all going to be very entertaining. Forgive me on that. I'm, as I said, just recording this as the voiceover, and my husband had some DoorDash show up, so he opened the door, and the robo vacuum is loud and obnoxious, and now the dog is hoping that that she's going to get some of our food. So I may have to go back and try to listen to where we are. But anyway, it's about integrity and honesty and empathy. Honestly, it's the lack of empathy is what... Oh, my dog came over. So if you hear her, this is Ophelia. You hear licking her chops. She wants pets. She wants food. Anyway, so yeah, I really worry about the future of society. When I was in school, it was probably 7 years ago, I was working on perhaps getting a social media marketing certificate, and there was a class called, I don't know what it was called, but about influencing, becoming an influencer. And I'm old enough that I was like, I wonder what that is. And as I read about it, and I think I might have started taking it, or it might have been just a section. Sorry, brain going all over the place. it almost made me sick. And I was like, I don't want to do that. That sounds terrible for a job. And now, as we are in a society where influencing is a job, that's just shocking to me. I think I already can't believe anything I see or hear because of AI, but I also don't believe anybody that I don't know personally making a recommendation. Hey, here's this new product. You have to have it. It's the best thing ever. And then there are backdoor deals. There's people who are like, look, if you pay me, I'll give you a good review. Makeup influencers notorious for this. And actually, they haven't even used the product. They don't know if it's any good. They're getting paid to say that. It's all frightening. I trust the recommendations of people I know who have tried the product, who have gone to the restaurant, who have had the experience, who I don't know. I don't know if I'm one of the few who are going through this. I think about, it's one of the things I try to keep front of mind with this teeny tiny little YouTube channel, is to live in an unfiltered experience channel world. To live as if your laundry room is front and center. That's what I hope to portray. I hope to be honest with people about who I am. And I hope my menopausal brain fog life comes through. I don't want anybody to think that things are perfect and beautiful. It's one reason when I do diamond art, I don't even really straighten my drills after. I know you can finish a section and there are the straighteners and there's all the things you can do to make it look perfect and better. And I don't. I'm not selling my stuff. I'm lucky if I give any of it away. I mean, we all know I give the Christmas stuff away. I do coasters and I give that away. But I'm trying to be honest and upfront and present the reality of who I am and my life and the struggles we all face. So that's pretty much what this channel is and what I hope that you get from it. I hope you feel that you can present your genuine self. I was going to say authentic, but I feel like that also isn't real anymore because people say, well, I'm being authentic. Okay, they might be, but I don't love how the word was kind of taken over. So I don't know. I just want to be me. I want to present my reality, what life looks like, my messy, foggy brain, my stutter words. I live a life of why write one sentence when you can write a novel? That's pretty much what I live by. Anybody who has tried to edit, I think Google, when I do a Gmail and Gemini wants to edit it, the amount of words it takes out. So at least I'm, see, the word just left me, consistent across everything I do. Anyway, I've got to now try to fit all of this into an existing video, only because I was too lazy. Well, actually, I was thinking, well, oh, bless you. Sorry, that was the dog. I thought, well, I wanted to pick up where we were on this lollipop, and if we finished it. So, yay. But now I need to splice in these voiceovers. So, here we go. I hope you have a wonderful holiday weekend. I wish you a happy Independence Day if you are in the States. If you are not in the States, I just wish you a very happy day, night, evening, weekend, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I hope you know that the world is a better place because you are here. And I hope we all just remember we're doing our best. And a lot of times we're doing our best in difficult situations. You are appreciated. You make a difference. And until next week, bye.